Because all three of you guys were like,
I didn't
are you
say
Egyptian?
that. I didn't.
I was like, okay, now if I, like, your explanations are all the way up here.
That's racist.
That is racist.
It's not though, because he said he was Egyptian.
It's
So
like-
No, listen, this is what happened. They asked me, what's your race, right? I was like, take guess. And she was like, are you Arabic? And both of them, they're like, are you Egyptian?
I didn't
Are you
say
Egyptian?
that. I remember that. I know you said yes.
And I'm like,
I said
okay, cool,
Egyptian.
I'll be Egyptian, I don't give a fuck. I'm
I'll
fucking
be
American, right? Like,
He said fucking
We're ready?
Yes, sir.
3, 2, 1.
All right, guys, before we start, cheers.
Cheers.
To a good pod, good vibes, good conversation.
Cheers, brother.
Love you all. Appreciate
Love you
your
too,
support.
So sweet.
Thanks for having us.
my drink is finished already.
I chugged.
I did it.
Welcome to the Abarca After Hours with gorgeous ladies. We are live on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, the first podcast in the Northeast Tri-State area to have an after hours show with lovely ladies every fucking week. Joe, roll the intro. Announcements, guys, before we start, and I introduce the lovely guests. I specialize in fat loss and booty building. They call me the booty doctor, ladies and gentlemen. So online coaching, which includes diets and individualized training programs, are available. In-person training is also available if you guys are located in the tri-state area. All right, please reach out to me on Instagram or through email. They are both tagged on my channel, my YouTube channel. Okay. We have lovely ladies on the panel, and we have one of my brothers here on the panel as well. All right. Guys, cheers to good vibes. We already cheers. We already took shots. We're ready to go. The nerves are calm. Okay, we're good. All right. Anyways, before I introduce my brother, ladies, please introduce yourself. I am looking for your name, your age, what you do for a living, and your dating status. All right, Paola, why don't you go first?
Oh. Alright guys, so my name is Paola. I just turned 30. I do fixed assets accounting, and my relationship status, it's going. It's going.
Going like, okay, it's going somewhere, you guys are just fucking, are you guys just like, are you guys just dating, are you single, are you in a relationship with yourself, do you have a sugar daddy?
It's going. No, it's going. So far, we're in the talking stage.
Okay, so you're dating?
Basically, yeah.
Okay, so no official
No title,
yet.
no official
Okay,
title
perfect.
yet. So.
Cool. Alright, what about you, Alessia?
Oh, so you already said my name.
It's alright.
That's
It's alright.
24. And what I do for a living, I am an esthetician. I do facials, and my dating status is single.
Hi everyone, I'm Alex. I currently go to school for nursing, and I'm 23, and I'm single.
Hi, I'm Christina. I'm 24. I'm a finance manager for Audi, and I'm single. Period.
What's going on, guys? My name is Raja. I'm 23. I'm the youngest wedding photographer and videographer in New York who's making 6 figures and plus. Not to brag or anything. And I also do a little bit of real estate investing and stuff.
He owns a few properties, guys.
A few properties, not too many.
Not too many.
And that's about it. My brother's with Brian. That's all you gotta know.
Small brother. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. First question. Have you ever gone out on a date when you definitely had no intention on having sex with this person? Okay, the first question is gonna start over here with Christina, and then we're gonna go counterclockwise. Alright, again, have you ever gone out on a date when you definitely had no intention on having sex?
Yes, I have. I've been on a date just to see what, the ambiance is gonna be and see if it's gonna go anywhere. I feel like my intentions aren't just for that. It's just to get to know the person and see how things go. But no, I've never been on a date just thinking like that.
Okay, just quick question. Did you ever think at that moment, you know what, I'm gonna just get a free meal?
Not a free meal per se, but just like, let me go on a date, because I don't like dating like that. But I'm like, let me go out there, talk to him, see what's going on. but not a free meal.
What the vibes are.
What the vibes are, exactly.
Right.
What
Like
the
if he's a
vibes
Capricorn
are.
or Scorpio, you guys connect.
Maybe a Pisces run,
Yo.
anyways. No, but if he wants to chill and take me out to dinner, why not? You know?
Okay, I feel
Just
you.
enjoy the vibe.
All right. What about you, Alex?
Yeah, I have, definitely. I feel like for dates, there should be no expectations. Like, you don't know this person at all. And it can end up in a friendship. It can end up in something more. So I believe that a date is really you're just getting to know someone. So it doesn't always have to be with the intentions of getting with them or having sex with them and whatnot. So I definitely have gone on dates without the intention of having sex with them.
Alex, I'm a little curious. Now, let's say there's been scenarios when you were on a date when you had no intention on getting with this person, right?
Right.
Did you ever go on a date where you had the intention on just being friends with this person?
I wouldn't know that till after the date.
Okay, so it
depends
the
how,
date is like a shit test, like.
Yeah, if the vibe is there, it is. If it's not, then it's not.
Okay, I gotcha. All right. What about you, Alessia?
Honestly, I've been on one date with someone that's not my boyfriend. Never kissed him, never wanted to do anything else. Cool, good vibe, good conversation, which is like what I'm about. And like at the end of the day, like I think it just like ended more so into friendship, which is so crazy because I'm like the shy type where like I don't want to go on a date if you're like not my man. Which is like something that like I need to like stop doing, but it's just like I'm not really like on that type of vibe where I'm like I want to like date someone or like go on a date and like I'm just chilling, doing me, living my life, self-love, business, travel. I don't care about any of the other shit. I don't even need to have sex, bro. I'm celibate. I don't care. I'm good. Don't look at me. I don't care. I'm in my I don't give a fuck phase, like really. But yeah, I've definitely never gone on a date like just like, oh, like I want to have sex with this person. Like, no, like that's weird.
So, Alessia, I have a question.
Oh god.
Now, you said that you went on a date. Oh, you don't go on dates. You don't like going on dates.
It's crazy because like I've been on dates before, but like with guys that are my man or like my boyfriend, you know.
Okay.
But like I went on one date with someone that wasn't my man, and it was just like nothing happened. Like it was just good conversation. We ate. It was whatever. That's it.
So what you're saying is, now I'm trying to understand your like relationship routes, right? So are you saying that you're getting wifed up through text or social media? and then you say yes, I will be your girlfriend, and then all of a sudden you guys are on a date and you guys are together?
On dates.
I mean, it's like I don't want to say like dating. Like if you have to be like we're talking, I'm gonna go on a date with you. But like if I don't think you're cute or like you have something going for you, like we're not going on a date. Respectfully, no.
So it's like a texting relationship.
No, like we definitely met them in person, but like maybe out or something, like with friends, not like oh like one on one we met you and like now I'm in love.
Okay, all right. So just to clarify for the people out there who think that they might have a chance with an entrepreneur, right? They need to go out with you in a group setting, not one on one.
Yeah, no, I'm not really about that. I'm kind of like shy, but I like when I'm like with my friends, I'm like my best self. I'm like, what's up? Like I don't know,
Yeah.
but like I'm not like out here like oh like do you want to go on a date? Like ew, like that's just like not my vibe.
Yeah, no, I feel a little weird if you start asking guys out.
Ew. Are you? Do I look like I'm asking a guy out?
No, but you just mentioned that I wouldn't be in that situation.
Yeah, I wouldn't unless he asks me out. It's like we're going to. If
Okay.
not, it's a dub.
All right. And Paola, what about you?
The question was, have I ever gone out on a date where I had no intentions of having sex? Definitely. I want to say yes because guys, you know, I don't think I've known or heard a guy go on a date and think like, oh, I don't want to have sex with her. Like, you know, I feel like every single guy that's asking you on a date is, at least in the back of his head, you know, is gonna say, you know, I want to go have sex with her after, like, you know, let me get a couple of drinks in her and see, like, you know. So yeah, I've gone out on dates with the intention of not having sex.
Yeah, you know, like just to add on to that, I think one of the main reasons why a man ends up asking out a beautiful lady is to eventually have sex. Now, does it matter the schedule, like the first date or the third date or the 10th date? No, but I think at the end of the day, they're gonna plan. All right, like I'm gonna want to, you know,
Thanks for clarifying.
pull my pants down. You know, at the end of the day, like that's the intention. It's not to be your friends. You know, like why would we spend our hard-earned money on a friend just
No,
for
but exactly, that's
nothing
what I'm
back.
saying, so.
And Paola, I really appreciate you being honest and being aware and perspicacious about the situations with the other sex.
Because we're being honest right now, so
Yeah.
guys are obviously, you know, he's not gonna ask you out and say, oh, you know, I wanna go on a date, but I don't wanna have sex with her, you
Yeah.
know? Obviously, in the back of their head, they do wanna have sex, and, you know, if we're being honest, yeah, no, I'm not gonna have sex with you.
Right.
Period, let him know,
Right.
sister.
And if you think I am, then I'm just gonna make it even worse for you.
Now we're gonna be mean. Now you're done, and you're
Nice. Raj, do you have a comment on this question before we move on?
Do you want to know my intake?
Yeah, sure, why not, Raj?
Well, I'm a child of God, so I don't go on dates.
Mm.
I don't even look at women. You know,
Saving yourself for marriage, right?
I'm saving myself from marriage, sure.
Love that.
But if a guy is going on a date with you, he wants to have sex with you. Don't be in a delusion that he's not. And that's it.
That's true.
Yeah, that is.
And you guys all agree. And you guys all agree.
Honestly, I can
Okay,
say
that's
we agree
amazing.
because we're all like.
It's in a
pretty
man's human nature.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think regardless if you're pretty or not,
Right
which I
now.
mean, I'm not saying you guys are not, but regardless if you're pretty or not, if a guy is going on a date with a girl,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
eventually he wants to have sex with her. Maybe it not be on the first night. It could be like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years down the line. And that's why I don't believe in guy best friends. Or friends.
Alright.
And that's a phenomenal question. And guys,
Another topic.
ladies, listen. I wasn't gonna ask this question because you know it always gets spicy, and I don't want to get spicy so early.
Nobody's spicy
Oh,
now.
fuck it. All right, like there's been multiple times, multiple explanations that I've heard where it was just like, you know what, like we ended up becoming friends. We high-fived at the end of the date. Da, da, da. Like, my question is, do you guys think a man and a woman could be friends?
Yes.
Yes. 100%.
Why don't we start off with Christina and then go counterclockwise?
I think yes, a man and a woman can be friends. I feel like it also has to do with attractiveness, if you're attracted to them as a person and individual and personality. Cause you know, I have guy friends that I never want to get with, and I know it's like feelings mutual, or I so may think it's feelings mutual, but I don't know, with this generation, I feel like it's so hard to have a guy best friend without those intentions of getting with them too.
It's very hard. All right, what about you, Alex?
I think yes. I think that's something you establish early on. And let's say there's a girl best friend and a guy best friend, and they both have significant others. It all has to do with trust and how secure you are. But like Christina said, it really has to do with like what society thinks nowadays. That you know, if a guy has a girl best friend, run. Like you shouldn't trust him. Da, 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 da. But I think that it's doable. I just think that now society has made it like not okay.
Interesting. Alessia, what about you?
I have a lot of guy best friends, and they're strictly just my best friends because they know what it is. Like, don't play with me. Like, we're just friends, and I've never had like one of my guy friends be like, "Oh, like I like you," and even if they do, like respectfully, it's not going anywhere. Like,
Don't you think like maybe they wouldn't have balls to tell you that because they're good?
okay, yeah, maybe, yeah. I've had like maybe like one friend or two friends with them, like they probably like me, but like no, it's a no for me. Like you're my boy. Like, like I'm not.
You're my bro.
You're my bro. Like I'm not gonna be
You're my big
friends.
bro.
I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna be friends with you if I even think that like you find me a little bit attractive, or if you think that we're gonna do something, because it's just like, no, like I don't want to be your friend. I don't want to feel uncomfortable. I'm not gonna be friends with a guy that thinks that like me and him are gonna do something. Like, no, like I'm just like I'm not about that at all. Like that's awkward.
Paola, what about you?
I feel like I'm the one that's like going against everything in every single question. I don't think that there is guy friends. I just feel like, you know, yes, everyone's saying I have guy friends. Yes, that's true. And you might feel like, all right, I feel this way about a guy, but the guy might not feel like that. And if you give him that chance, you give him that little door, that little leeway, you know, that, you know, invite them, they'll take it and they'll run with it. So,
That's
you know,
very true.
I don't believe that, you know, maybe in some rare occasions, but overall, you know, men are men. And so.
Listen, I
I
completely
agree,
agree. And what's ironic is that all of a sudden all these girls agree.
Yeah.
Just all of a sudden.
Right now.
All right. So that being said, what I'm gonna say is, you guys are all lovely, beautiful women, right? If you guys were 600 pounds, a man is not gonna be friends with you. I'm sorry. That's number one.
Now, Brian, listen.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, one thing.
Go ahead.
One thing I just want to mention. You guys have to understand what a relationship is. Regardless if it's a friendship or boyfriend, girlfriend, mom and dad, it's a value exchange, right? You said that to me last podcast, I feel like, right? It's a value exchange. I have a girl best friend. I do. I'm not gonna say I would not dare look at her in a way where I'm sexualizing her, I wanna fuck her, anything like that. I've known all her past boyfriends, all that stuff, right? But the thing is, why am I best friends with her? Or why are we friends? It's because at one point in my life, she's brought me a lot of value. And that's through my business. She's brought me a lot of clients. She's helped me almost kind of start my first ever business, right? So that's why we just have a close relationship. But I don't talk to her on a daily basis. And she doesn't talk to me on a daily basis. Just hey, hello, here and there. Hey, me and my boyfriend are going on a double date or a date. You guys want to go on a double date, whatever, blah, blah, like that. You know? It's never like, oh yeah, let me just see how she's doing. Let me see if she's available. Let's go hang out alone. Like none of that shit, right?
Rush, that's a good point, and I think what you're describing is an acquaintance.
Yeah.
Okay? And there's a huge difference between an acquaintance and a
Like
friend.
best friends, like childhood.
Like a friend or a best friend ends up checking up on you every week, talking, and then you're just like, oh, big bro, can we go to the mall? Can we go get some drinks? Hookah's on you this weekend. Let's go.
Yeah.
But you know what he means, though.
Yeah,
Like, you know the type of.
but this is the issue.
you know.
This is the issue. The issue is these type of guys are so desperate to hang out with a good-looking girl or girls like you guys, and they'll say yes. They're yes man.
I agree, bro, and you didn't let me finish. Right?
Go, Rush.
I agree, definitely, but that's like a 1% chance, right?
Yeah.
And you have to go on the
Very
99%.
true.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if you guys want to call your best friends up, whatever, right now, hey, let's say, oh, I'm drunk, I had a couple of drinks, I'm like feeling very horny, like, is it possible you can come over right now?
They'll take it in a minute.
They'll take it in a minute. They'll
They'll
take it in a minute, and that's
That's
the truth.
like
That's the
everyone.
truth, and nothing but the
Wait.
truth.
Why are you hitting your guy best friend for horny? Like that's weird, and
Yeah,
you
it's
did not
weird.
ever do that.
Listen, it's just the.
No. But his point is this guy really your friend if he's going to be the ultimate opportunist?
Yeah.
That's his point.
Yeah.
Or are you
If
providing
the
some type of
opportunity
value
is
for them?
if the opportunity is there, and he would take it. Let's say, fuck it. Let's go to the extreme. We're fucking live. We're in the afternoon.
You're fucking lying.
Listen, if you end up texting your big bro,
Yeah.
listen, I just finished with my mans. I need someone to have a drink with. I need some Sauvignon Blanc. And this girl's on her robe, or this girl's just chilling in bed. She's in her feelings, and you're FaceTiming this guy. You don't think this guy's gonna be like, oh yeah. What do you want to drink? I'll come over. I'll be there. ETA is 5 minutes. And you don't think this guy is just gonna think for a few seconds. You know what? I might have a chance.
No, like what?
I can confirm
What kind of
that,
friends?
like,
What kind of friends do you
are
guys
not.
know? Like my boys are my boys. Honestly, I have like this one best friend that I've been friends with him since I was like 13. If I called him right now crying, like he would like
Let's
answer
do it.
and like be so nice, but it would be
Let's
literally.
do it.
Should I FaceTime him?
Let's
Should I
Online.
FaceTime him right now?
Right now. No, not FaceTime. Don't FaceTime him. Be like,
No.
call him up, act a little bit drunk or whatever. Be like, hey,
Yeah,
I
you
just,
get it?
be like, hey, I just got.
Listen, you're putting yourself in the spot right now.
Hey.
Wild.
Be like, hey, I just broke up with my guy.
But I'm single, though.
Alright,
it
so you're
doesn't-
single,
it
you
doesn't-
fucked up.
But does he know?
It's a Wednesday night.
Be like, hey, it's a Wednesday night. I had a couple of
He's
shots
gonna
of
be like,
Casa.
bitch, you're lit as hell. And I'm like, I am. I'm gonna like make me laugh.
What
Like,
does-
But where are you?
Think.
I am, but I'm coming over.
No, but I'm not coming over. I'm not going
Well,
over.
No, he's coming over.
He's coming over.
But yeah,
Oh,
he's
he's coming
coming.
over.
He's gonna ask, alright, where
Then
you
we're
at?
smoking a blunt. What's good? Like,
Are we now?
Nobody like.
Red flag.
What are we doing?
Oh,
Why is that a red flag? Oh, here it goes.
Okay.
Here it goes. Red flag.
Red
I've been
flag.
red flagged once. That's
Alright, next question. I think we're beating a dead horse right here.
Yeah.
but honestly speaking, you guys have to understand.
So what's the verdict?
What do you mean what's the verdict?
What do you think the verdict is?
The verdict is men and women can't be friends.
They can't.
They can't.
No, because a man is not going to be able. Again, it depends on the attractiveness of the girl,
Yeah.
etc.
And the honesty.
We're speaking in generalities. Do you maybe have a big bro that he might go the other way, or he might go both ways, or you know what, he's a man of God and he doesn't look at another girl? Okay, that's 1%, but 9 times out of 10, a man's gonna be like, yo, fuck it. He's gonna come out with his dick out. He's gonna be like, all right, so what are we doing this?
Put your dick away, sir. Because now you're getting kicked out of my house.
And that's fine, and that's
But that was the whole
that's what we
question,
expect of females.
And
That's what we expect of females.
That's what we expect.
That's what we expect of you, right? But the thing is, you have to understand the male dynamic. Men are always fucking horny.
That's our attention.
It's
That's
their
just our
nature.
thing.
Right.
That's just our nature,
Yeah.
right? Just like you guys have hormones. Believe it or not, men do too.
Oh.
Times
Men
10,
have
times 10.
And our
It's 100
hormone
actually.
is the strongest hormone in the fucking world.
Yeah, it is.
You have to understand that. And I'm not saying this off of opinion because I'm a man. I'm saying this off of fact. Everything I say is off of fact. It's
No,
not
you're
opinion.
right. That's why guys always feel their best. Because testosterone is literally
Feel their best.
insane. Yeah.
What do you mean feel
Well,
bad?
like you guys always feel like you can conquer the world. Like women don't wake up like that. Women are okay like
Well,
1 week out of the month.
Exactly. And that leads to another topic which we'll talk about kind of later.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys a lot of things lined up.
So guys, next question. All right. So this is a kind of like a segue to where I'm trying to get to, where the theme is on this episode. All right. What's your rule for a fuck buddy staying over or not staying over after sex? Okay, I'm gonna repeat that again. Okay, and again, us guys, we're gonna answer the question as well because we probably most likely maybe have different perspectives. And this is hypothetical. If we were single, if we were years ago when we were in college, etc. Because we're men of God now. What's your rule for a fuck buddy staying over or not staying over after sex? Why don't we start with Paola?
Oh, me. Let's see. Did I have a fuck buddy before once? Gotta think. I don't believe I did, but if I did, yeah, he has to go. I don't think I want to be, because if it's a fuck buddy, then it's a fuck buddy. Like, we do our thing, and then, sir, you gotta go. I'm so sorry. I work tomorrow morning.
She's
And,
right. She's right.
Exactly.
I'm assuming it's the same for guys. Maybe they want to cuddle, but I'm not really feeling
We're
like
not
cuddling
cuddling.
you right now. I mean, if it's just for business, then it's business.
Not business.
So what? Okay, so what you're saying is you're willing to just high five this guy and just be like, all right, listen, I gotta go to work and that's it.
Do you want me to get them? I'm sorry. Repeat that one more time.
So what you're saying is you're willing to just high five the guy and be like, yo, good job.
No, I don't tell him if he's
Good work, sir.
I will say, I kind of gotta go to bed right now, and
So at no point is he putting his head on your pillow.
no, because I just, if he's my fuck buddy, then fuck buddy away and fuck off. I don't know.
I like that.
No, I love that. I love that.
Alessia, what about you?
What's your rule for a fuck buddy staying over and not staying over after sex? Respectfully, like if we're fucking, that's the only thing you're coming over for. If you're my fuck buddy. If you're not my fuck buddy, it's a different story. But the question was, if you're my fuck buddy, you're staying over or not? You're not. We did the deed. You're done. You can go now. I don't care. We don't even gotta text until like 6 weeks from now.
Oh shit.
I
So
don't-
you just need 6 weeks.
Maybe not even 6 weeks. I'm like, yo, like it is what it is. Like honestly, the bad thing about me is like when I'm single and if like you're my fuck buddy, it's just that like I don't care. I'm like literally a man when I'm single and like I don't care about you.
Oh, shit.
Like you're hot, like we're hooking up, peace. That's it. I don't care. We don't gotta talk. Like one and done.
Alright.
Yeah.
What about you, Alex?
I think it depends on the situation. Like most of the time when you have a fuck buddy as a
Sound
girl,
like me.
you pick them up when you're drunk. Like let's be real.
Yeah.
So if you go over their house,
The
I
big
hope
bro.
they're decent enough to be like, hey, you can stay here because you're late. I'm not gonna send you home in an Uber at 3 a.m. by yourself. You're a girl.
Right.
So I think it depends on the situation. But if it's not that, that's not the case, like if you're not lit, then like go home. Like we're not
Yeah.
cuddling. We're not trauma bonding. We're not doing any of that. Like, thanks for the sex phase, and then I'm leaving. Like, that's basically it. So.
What about you, Christina?
I feel like I've never been in that situation before, but I had that situation. But I agree with the girls. I feel like if that's the status you're at, where you're just a fuck buddy, it's come do that and we like finish your, situation, and I'll finish mine, and we're on to the next.
Now, Christina, let me just push back a little bit. So, never in your life have you ever just had casual sex with a man?
No, I have not.
Okay, so you've always been in a relationship.
She's a lover girl.
You've
I'm
always
a
been in a
lover girl.
relationship.
I'm a Cancer. What can I say?
You got the rising moon in
I got the rising moon.
She got the she's rising moon
That's
Cancer.
another topic.
So that being said, you've all the men or just the one man that you've had sex with. I don't know what your body count is. The one man or the many men that you've had sex with, you've been on a relationship with.
Not a relationship per se, but they're situationships. So I have a question for you. Is situationships?
He's the host.
No. Listen.
You're reversing it.
Listen, you can ask me questions. However,
We have to go.
you have
to
to
the
answer the question and then you could
Okay.
kind of just, Uno reverse this bitch.
Yeah, that's what she's doing. That's what
I've
she's
never
doing.
been. I never had a true fuck buddy, but I feel like is a fuck buddy the same as a situationship?
Right, so you guys are dating but with no title. That's what
Yeah.
we're talking about. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's basically a fuck buddy. So you have.
Situation, yeah.
Okay.
Situationship.
All
I
right,
think it's different.
Alright, so let me just because I don't want people thinking that I'm avoiding questions. What's your question so I can find it?
Is a situationship and a fuck buddy the same thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now.
Because a man controls the axis of a relationship. We end up saying, you know what? This girl's wifey, this girl's a fuck buddy, this girl's not. And listen, it's not fair, that's a sad reality. Just like you guys control who has access to sex, we control access to a relationship.
So do we.
So
So
like,
do we.
So do girls.
you're either a side, you're my man, or you're a situationship.
No, you know what? You guys think you guys have access to a relationship, but this is what it is.
No.
Alright, so in 2023, let's not cap, we have sex first before relationship. Most girls, maybe not you guys are a woman of God. You guys read the Bible every weekend. Okay, but most women, you guys have sex before a relationship. Now that being said, now the ball is in the man's court, whether to wife you up or not.
Is it?
It is.
Who gets
It
the
is.
ring?
I have a question for you, too.
Who gets?
I literally
Okay.
have a question for you.
Please
Okay.
just save it
Hold on.
before, because I just tackled her question. Raj, I want to hear your question, your answer real quick. What's your rule for a fuck buddy staying over or not staying over after sex?
What's a fuck buddy, bro? I don't know.
Child of God.
That's
I
haram.
don't know.
That's haram.
Hypothetically speaking,
Yeah.
if you're a man and you have a fuck buddy, it's your duty to make sure that that girl is treated right. If she needs a place to stay, you provide her with it.
I like that.
He's sweet.
And if you need
Love that.
her to go home, she wants to go home,
Uber that bitch.
Uber that bitch.
Yeah.
Bring the next one on.
I feel you.
That's it. Hypothetical situation.
Yeah, hypothetical.
It's not what I do. But anyways, regardless, going on to the next topic of who gets a relationship. Who proposes? The man or the woman?
Both.
We're
I would never-
okay, listen.
I would
Wait,
never-
what goes on the knee?
Listen.
Sorry.
Listen.
What happened
Listen.
with Jim Jones and his so-called
Who?
girlfriends?
Alex,
Didn't she
I don't
get
know
who's
on
that?
her
Alex
knees?
Jones?
Jim
Jim Jones.
Oh, I don't know who that is. But anyways,
I was born in 98.
regardless of that, we're talking generally. Exceptions do not disapprove the rule. You guys have to understand that.
Just because the percentage
Because-
is low doesn't mean that it's
Just
not
because,
true.
listen, 99% is always stronger than 1%.
But there still is that 1%.
Okay, that's fine, but that doesn't disapprove the rule, does it?
Excuse me?
That doesn't disapprove the rule, does it?
What do you mean it doesn't disapprove the rule?
Okay, now listen. Let's say, hypothetically, I'm not hypothetically, this is facts, I think. Most men control the relationship. They give the woman the relationship, right?
I beg to
You know what? Let me ask this. Just to shut this conversation down. Paolo, have you ever asked a girl to be your boyfriend? Have you ever? Oh, I'm sorry. Have you ever asked a guy to be your
Too
boyfriend?
many drinks.
No.
Okay, so that literally just tackles the point of
Exactly.
a man ends up asking you.
Yeah,
to be in a
I wouldn't
relationship.
get on my knees.
Okay,
First
so-
of all, I have bad knees.
So
Second
then
of all,
The arthritis is kicking in, so you're not even gonna go on your knees.
No.
I have a torn meniscus, we're not doing that, sir.
And okay, listen. Okay, regardless of that, right? Whatever. As a man, it's your duty to give the woman
I
a
agree.
ring, right?
Yes, I agree.
That's what you do. You're supposed to.
Tradition.
Listen,
But
if
also the woman has
you
the right
really
to
ask a
say
man,
no.
if you really ask a man, hey, do you really want to marry that bitch?
Mm.
You're like, no, fuck off. I don't give a fuck. We don't care about the relationship. As long as you're giving me, as long as you're giving me what I want, I'm giving you what you want. That's fine. Cause the ring on the finger doesn't mean shit to us.
Does
It
it?
means everything to you
I mean, to
guys.
some people,
It doesn't mean shit to us. It does not mean anything to
No,
us.
you know,
I
you're
promise
right.
you this.
Now,
I
Bill.
promise you
It
this.
I'm never gonna hear things.
You don't have to. That's
It
fine.
doesn't mean
But,
anything
but
to
you have to ask
you.
yourself, does that fulfill your ultimate need in life?
That's facts.
Does that fulfill your purpose in life?
And listen, so people are different. Just like you feel like, it doesn't mean anything to some people, it might. Listen, if somebody decides to give me a $25,000 ring, it's gonna mean something, and it's gonna mean something to you, because you know what, at the end of the day, if you decide to break up with me, a ring was a gift, and I'm gonna pawn that.
Okay.
So, it does mean
God,
something.
See, so it
I'm
doesn't
just
mean
saying,
anything to you.
like-
It just means that it
That
I'm
literally
just
shows
saying,
that it doesn't mean anything.
Listen, what you just proved is that you're saying that men only equal dollar signs to you. and nothing
No,
else.
that's not what I'm
That's
saying.
literally
What
what
you're
that's
saying-
literally what you're saying.
But you're also saying that, you don't care to, give this girl a ring, and it's tradition, just like you're saying this tradition,
Okay.
the ring is tradition, right? So then there you go.
Now, before anybody else cuts me off, please. You guys have to listen. You guys have to listen, right? Why do you want the ring? It's because for you it's status. It's that you lock this guy up. He can't do nothing else. And the government is on your side now, right? Before that, even if the guy is providing for you, he can give you a child, he'll give you a house, he'll give you a car, right? What the fuck does a ring have to do with anything?
I want a ring.
Exactly, because you want it, not because I want to give it to
I
you.
feel like it's
we give it to you.
important for me.
We give it to you because you want it. That's what it
Same
is.
thing with
So
sex,
at the-
I give it to you
so at
because you want it.
So at the end of the day, the man controls the relationship, not the woman.
I beg
The
to
woman
differ.
controls sex. Yes, I believe
No, I
that.
beg to, listen, if somebody proposes to me that I don't want to get married to, I can say no, and I will say no.
That's fine.
And, regardless if you show me the ring or not.
But the
then-
question is coming from the man. It's not you asking the man the question. The man is. I'm saying.
Traditionally.
Yeah, I'm saying the man is giving access to a woman. It's the woman's choice to say yes or no. But the man is coming up with, are you gonna be my wife or are you gonna be my girlfriend, period? And it's the woman's choice to say yes or no. But 9 times out of 10, if a woman ends up giving up sex already, ends up giving up a lot of their side niggas and their rotation, and end up committing a lot of time to this man, 9 times out of 10, this woman is gonna say yes to the question. Now, I'm saying 9 times out of 10, I'm not saying 100% chance, because there's always that one girl that ends up saying no after the world is given to her.
I agree.
Okay.
But so why do men propose?
I'm
They
just
propose
gonna
just
ask
to
That's a phenomenal question, Christina.
That is a phenomenal question.
So Christina, the man ends up proposing because if us guys, we had a choice of whether just keeping you as a girlfriend and being committed to you, or asking you guys to marry us, we would choose the girlfriend, the relationship without the marriage, because we don't win with marriage. We really don't.
We don't win.
But after marriage, let's break this down, because this girl wants a $25,000 ring.
She does want to $25.
I'm gonna break this down.
That's
I
fine.
got you.
And she's wanting it.
I'm gonna break this down. I'm gonna break this down real quick. I'm gonna break this down.
And
I
she's
need some
wanting
money.
it. Crazy.
Alright, so this
Yeah,
is the
we need more
breakdown. This is the
alcohol right
breakdown.
now, bro.
No, we
Fuck that.
We pay Christina. We pay $25,000 for an engagement ring.
Okay.
Then we end up paying about $100,000 for a wedding. Then we end up paying for a honeymoon. Okay, so that's a little over. Let's estimate this. Minimum $200,000.
Okay.
Okay. Do you think us guys want to spend $200,000 just for the special day of a woman? Do we dream of us in a black suit and our girl with a white dress? No, we do not. But we do it. We do it for love.
Selfless.
Exactly.
That's what
We do it for
is.
love. selfless, and we do it to make our girl happy.
Now,
Exactly.
hold on.
I'm saying.
Let me tell you guys one thing. Because I am a wedding photographer. I've dealt with weddings. I know a lot about weddings.
Go ahead, Raj.
Right?
Well,
Why do women want weddings? It's because that's the only one.
It's tradition.
It's
I don't want a wedding.
it is traditional. That's fine. Before, back in the days, but nowadays, what it is mostly about is that for a whole week straight, the woman is treated as the fucking prize. For a whole week. Fuck the stressed out. For a whole week,
She's stressed, but she's
for
a princess.
the whole
She's
week.
a princess.
Listen,
She's stressed.
listen. For the whole week, she's treated like a princess.
Facts.
From the photographers, the wedding planner, the caterers, her mom and dad, his mom and dad, him, and after that, what it dies down.
Mhm.
And that's why they go into fucking post-marriage depression.
But I don't want
It's a
that.
real thing.
I don't want that.
Exactly. You don't want that.
So just
You want it to
elope.
be equal.
So we're just elope in Vegas or
That's a
something.
different story.
Just elope.
That is a different story. I would agree. Me
That'll
personally.
be
it's
safer,
cooler.
but at the end of the
Yeah,
day,
it's cooler.
again, marriage does not benefit a man. 'Cause
Marriage
at
does
the
not
end of the
benefit
day,
a man at all.
we end up building our value. Okay, we end up, having XYZ in the bank account, and then we end up being in a position where we could lose everything if the woman ends up deciding to leave us.
And this is nothing.
Because there's a stat out there where more than 70% of marriages go into divorce because women initiate the divorce.
Agreed.
But why?
And-
Because
But
it's not
Apparently we
It's
ain't
for a
shit.
reason, though.
Apparently,
When women initiate something, it's always for a reason. Because men are so quick to leave a woman. So when women initiate something, it's because they're done. It's 'cause
Do
they've
men
had
get
it.
married only to make the woman happy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or do they want to have a wife?
No.
Like,
No.
what if they're at the age where
I
they
think
don't
we have
want
to
to
bring
marry
somebody
someone?
in who
I want a
actually
wife.
believes
But
in
respectfully,
that.
like these two men obviously have like the same like mindset. So it's
Yeah.
like they're
I think we need to
there's a
bring somebody.
million men out there. I love these are my
Hey,
friends. These are my
listen,
friends. We're friends,
listen.
right?
But
We're
of
friends.
course,
We're
of
friends.
course,
We're friends.
but this is what it
There's
is.
so many
A
people
lot
out there.
a lot of men out there are not gonna have the balls to say this on camera or on Instagram or to women.
No,
They're gonna be soft. They're gonna be
Listen.
yes men. They're gonna be like, you know what? Yes, of course I want to get married. Yes, of course I've been dreaming about the white dress on my wife. But it's not really like that.
I mean, honestly, I just feel like most women need a man to like put them in their place, but like not disrespectfully. Like, listen. Oh, perfect. I just feel like some girls need to be put in their place and like respectfully, like not like we don't need to disrespect them or anything like that. But I don't know.
Okay.
All right.
Wait,
So,
Brian.
before we end up continuing, I just want to tackle Instagram real quick. We haven't even talked to our followers, to
Right, and
the
there's a
people
couple
that are,
questions.
There's a
that are
couple
going in.
questions.
There's a few questions I want to tackle before we end up going on with this episode. Go ahead, Michelle.
All right, so the first question is, can men be loved unconditionally like women
Nope.
and kids are?
Just for the time of this podcast, I'm just gonna let our guys answer this. I'm gonna say no. Raj.
No.
Okay.
Never.
Next.
Next is, this is for the ladies. Ladies, you find a good-looking man that's successful and good-looking, but he's 5'8" and maybe shorter than you. Do you still pick him or pass?
Oh shit, I feel like I'm being attacked because I'm 5'8". Anyways, so the question is, if you're 5'8", if a man's 5'8",
And he's good-looking.
and he's good looking,
So Brian.
Maybe
Go ahead.
shorter than you.
and maybe shorter than you,
Do you still pick him or you pass?
do you still pick him or you pass? Paola, you go first.
Okay. Personally, me, I pass. I am 4'11", and I'm not trying to have my babies shorter than me. So it's a pass for me, to be honest.
All right, so you're 4'11".
Yeah.
This man is nearly like
Like
9 inches taller than you, but you're still gonna
No,
discriminate.
no. She said even if they were shorter than me.
Oh, okay, okay. So in your mind, you're 6 feet.
No. I think the original question was if he's 5'8".
If not, the question is if he's good looking and he just happens and he's successful, he just happens to be 5'8".
Yeah, 5'8".
5'8", yes, I can do that.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so she-
that's what
But
I
he's
was.
taller than me.
So,
Yeah,
so the
exactly,
question
yeah.
is, just to clarify, guys, if this man's successful,
Good looking.
he's good looking, he's 5'8", pass, or would your wife up? Alessia, what about you?
All right.
Your wife?
Yeah.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'4.5", so like He's only 4 inches
You
tall.
know what? Brian,
So honestly, I'm
Brian,
in the lover room.
Brian,
I don't
Brian.
care. Like if you're a
Let
good
me-
person, like I fuck with you, and like I don't really care. But if
Okay.
you're shorter than me, I'm so sorry, sir. It's a dub. Cause like I wear heels sometimes. You
No
know?
short kings.
We love our short kings.
No,
but
they
like
don't. No, they don't.
next
Okay.
year.
Question?
Yeah.
So the question is, if the man is 5'8", good looking, successful,
Right.
would you wife up or pass?
Big
I'm
Millie.
going for it.
Yeah.
I'm going for it. Look at Tom Holland and Zendaya. Like, come on, she's like 3-4
Period.
years taller than him, and they're in love. So I think
that
if
part.
it checks the rest of the boxes, because to be honest, height is really like it's a physical thing. Like it's not that much of a big deal. I'm not saying like you can't be 5'1". I'm 5'6".
Yeah.
I'm 5'10", almost 6
Right.
feet. So realistically, like height kind of matters to me. But if he checks the rest of the boxes, why not?
Okay.
I'm not gonna dub you because you're.
Big Millie on the
You're
live said the same thing. She's on my live and she said the same thing.
What about you,
Who's Big
Christina?
Millie?
What about you, Christina?
The question is being 5'8" and giving them a chance.
So the question
He's
is,
successful.
this man is 5'8", he's successful, he's good looking, would you wife up or pass?
I feel like again with going to what Alex said, I feel like it depends on the situation. Feel on his personality, the vibe, and how it's going. I mean, if the man's successful, I'm not gonna, just cut it short because of his height. I mean, obviously might be an obstacle, but again, if it's good personality, good vibes, I vibe with him, then of course I'm gonna give him a chance, just not because of height.
Okay.
We love our short kings.
Raj, you
No, I
see-
think
you see-
I feel like they answered the question flawlessly. But we have to ask the girls the main question.
What the main question is?
What is the top 3 things that you're looking at?
That's a phenomenal question, but let me ask, before we answer those questions, let's tackle some more Instagram
Yeah.
questions.
Yes.
Michelle,
So it
what we
says
got?
here, ladies, be honest. There has to be a situation where you would want your ideal man to climax quick during sex to boost your ego.
That's a good question.
I'm Aggie Bottom, so I know that you ladies have a thought about this.
What does Aggie bottom mean?
I don't know.
Is he okay?
A gay bottom? Oh, he's a gay bottom. So he's gay. So he's
Alright.
so he's just putting his
Hi,
he's
babe, what we
asking,
love.
hey
Right.
man, we love
Hey,
on
babe.
bottom top.
So this guy, our one of our fans, he's homosexual. He's a bottom guy. Salute to you. I appreciate the support. His question is, Michelle, can you reiterate so I can?
Yes, there has to be a situation where you would want your ideal man to climax quick during
There has
sex.
to be a situation where you want your man to climax quick for your ego
Yeah,
to
during
be
sex.
boosted during
During
sex. Christina, why don't you go first?
That's a good question.
I feel like
I think the best question is, do you feel boosted and confident when your man ends up coming quick?
I feel like yes and no. I feel like if it's between like 5 to 10 minutes, then yeah, I may feel a little boosted, like okay, like, it's good, things are going good. But at the same time, it's like, why can't you hang? Like, why is it only
Round
5
two,
to 10
sir.
minutes?
What's happening?
Run it back.
Mm.
So I feel like it just depends on the situation. If it's like, multiple times you're doing it, or if it's the first time you're doing it. So it really just varies.
Okay. What about you, Alex?
So, I really think, I don't know, every man is different, but I don't think I've had a man last longer than 10 minutes.
That's longer than 10 minutes?
Yeah,
That
like,
firebox, sir. Thank you.
We're all like,
I'm
damn,
like
she's
stuck
missing
in the
out.
middle, like, is sex supposed to be 30 minutes? Is that normal, or that's
Yo,
too
so
long? Like,
she her fantasies are just porn right now.
Right,
like, let's be real. It doesn't boost my ego or anything. I'm just like, it's
Right?
simple
She getting tired of the 5-minute man.
It doesn't boost my ego. It just makes
I have
me
to
think,
ease.
like, is this normal? Like,
Yeah.
every guy like that?
Yeah, that's crazy.
We're not feeling nothing.
Is it that? I don't think it has anything to do with me. I just think every guy.
I feel like you need a hug.
Damn, like,
Let me hug her.
damn, girl.
Alessia, what about you?
No shade.
Honestly, as long as I feel good at the end of the session, we good. 5, 10
Have y'all ever had an orgasm?
Yes.
Let's be real.
That's another
Yeah.
question. That's what I was gonna say.
Let's tackle this
I
question.
feel like I've not had an orgasm.
Answer the question and then we'll go on.
Wait, can you guys repeat it again?
Have you had an orgasm?
No,
No,
the
no,
question.
That's the question.
The question was if
Oh, the fan
The
question.
question
Yeah.
is, hold on.
if
The
he's
question is, if your man's basically, if your man's ends up coming quick, finishing quick, is that going to boost your ego, or are you going to be upset about it?
I don't really care about ego boost, but I'm just like shit. Like if he comes quick, then that shit might be fire.
That's
all.
Yeah.
I guess it's my ego then.
That's
but
always an ego
yeah,
thing.
It's my
Okay.
ego, but like it's
It's
my
an
What about you, Paola? Just so we could kind of go along the show already.
It's not my ego thing, but I had an ex-boyfriend who wanted it like 3 times a day.
Okay.
And, you know, probably like as the day goes on or months, whatever, we were together for like 2 years. Eventually, when we were having sex, I wanted him to be done like as soon as possible. Because I get tired of it being like, you know, 3 times a day. And it's just like, dude, come on.
I
like,
feel
all
that.
right,
I'm
let's
tired,
go.
sir.
I'm
So it's not really my ego, but it's just like, you know.
Just to help out my boy over there who asked a question, I think it's a green light if the girl comes or squirts already.
Yes.
If she wets the bed, if she ends up finishing, you know, and you know, a guy could tell, a very perspicacious guy
Oh my god.
who's very experienced could tell if a girl finishes or not. If she looks like she has a seizure, then she just
Like,
finished.
if she looks like she's getting like an exorcism
I said the
done, then she
Girls could
finished.
lie though, honestly.
Yeah,
Like,
but
come
on.
listen, us guys, we can tell.
So can men. Well, we can tell. We can
Listen,
tell.
I faked an orgasm.
Really?
Just to get the shit done.
No.
I feel like someone
Yeah.
can't tell. I don't know.
Listen,
Let me see the condoms.
How
Oh, I
about
can't tell. Sorry, Brian. That's not that
How
count.
can I speak it though?
Well,
I'm gonna tell good question, Alex. So this is what it is. I'm hitting her from the back.
For the guys
She
that-
can't arch her back. She's rounding her back. It's. I feel like I'm wrestling the girl, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just spit on her back. I'm just gonna make some sound effects. And I'm gonna be like, oh my god, that was amazing. I grab the towel real quick, wipe the ass, and be like, yo, that was amazing, and that's
You're
it.
horrible.
Wipe her ass with
So
what?
you
said
had- you-
climax, so it's like, what are you wiping?
I literally just said I spit on her ass.
So you took the blue balls, bro?
No, I just couldn't finish. Like, it was whack.
Listen. Oh, God.
Sorry.
It's getting spicy in here. It is. Now,
That's crazy.
as a man of God, I don't know anything about the situation,
Oh
but
You're such a masculine woman.
I do know
That's crazy.
a lot of my boys who've been through shit like this, right?
Right.
Where, listen, it doesn't take much to please a girl. It doesn't if you know what the fuck you're doing. And I agree with you, girls. A lot of men do not know what the fuck they're doing because they don't get pussy, and that's another
Or
problem
you
on
just
its
don't
own.
know, like, they're just clueless.
Right.
And that's because they don't get pussy, and they don't like that's simple as that, right? But it does not. I personally feel like it does not take much to please a girl if you know what the fuck you're doing,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
To please a man, it's very simple. You don't gotta do shit. You just gotta lay there.
Yeah.
And we
That's
do
why I
our thing, and
asked
that's
that
it.
question
Bang,
if
bang,
they
boom,
ever
boom,
orgasm.
right?
Because
They
honestly,
shouldn't. But for me to fake an orgasm, it's worse than you to fake an orgasm, right? Whatever.
Facts.
Yeah.
It's worse.
Because we can
Right,
only come once in one
Yeah.
session.
Easier
We
to
can only
please.
come in one session. You know,
Exactly.
women can come multiple sessions. So you know, if you actually step back and you look at the
I
situation,
have.
if a man can only come once,
Yeah.
and a man is faking an orgasm, bro, something's wrong.
Something is wrong.
Yeah.
Something's wrong.
Something is
Yeah,
wrong.
that's what I'm
Okay.
saying.
Moving on.
I would be
You know what?
so
Before we end up tackling, we tackled like 3. Is there any badged questions on the chat?
Badged? Like, that's on
Like,
TikTok.
there's a badge
There's
right
a badge
next to-
everyone's name.
Yeah, there's a badge right next to no. All right.
We have only like 3 questions left though.
Yeah, I think we should.
No. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on, and we're gonna tackle those questions, guys. Hold on. Just stay tuned. Next question. Why don't we end up? Unless you want to come on.
So sorry.
It's alright. It's alright. I'm just holding my piss. It's alright.
I had to fully break the seal, guys. I
No,
couldn't
we
breathe.
don't.
It's alright. It's alright.
No,
Okay.
we don't.
Can I have my logo on?
First question. Okay. After the Instagram live questions. Okay. If you had to choose 2 out of the 4, what would you choose? And these are the 4 options: 6 feet, 6 figures, 6-pack, or 6 inches. If you had to choose 2 out of the 4, Okay, and we're talking about extremes, guys. So don't say, oh, you know, this guy's 6 feet, but like if he's 5'9" and he wears some heels and da da da. No. If he's 6 feet, if you choose 6 feet, great. If you guys don't choose 6 feet, this motherfucker's short.
Like
Okay?
short.
Short. If this guy, it doesn't matter. So if this guy, or if you guys choose 6 inches, okay, great. If you guys don't choose 6 inches, you're risking a micro penis. That's what we're talking about. Okay, so this is like a do or die. Real quick. Going around, only the girls. 6 feet, 6 figures, 6 pack, 6 inches. Paula, why don't you go first?
So I'm definitely going to do the 6 inches.
And what else? 2 out
I
of 4.
mean, does it have to be like extreme? Can it be extremely big, or like is it like 6 inches?
No, you're choosing 6 inches and something else out of the 4.
Okay, fine.
You don't have to go into detail with.
So I'll do the 6 feet and 6 figures.
That's great, perfect. What about you, Alessia?
I'm gonna make the 6 figures and the 6 inches, respectfully.
Okay.
I don't want to expand on that. That's all I have to say.
Okay. Alex, what about you?
Just to piggyback off of Alessia, same thing.
Same thing.
6 figures, 6 inches, because not that I care about like how much you make it went out, because I have my own thing going for me, but I want you to be successful somehow. And then the 6 inches is pretty self-explanatory, just because if you don't know how to do one thing, at least you got something else going for you.
Yeah, of course. You know, I mean, like, listen, if you can't even last more than 10 minutes, you gotta at least have 6
Or if
inches.
you don't know how to use this, then at
No,
least
I
you
feel
have
you.
that.
I feel you.
So,
What about you, Christina?
I would say 6 feet and 6 figures, because I feel like it's the motion of the ocean, and it may not only be the size of it. So.
Okay. So repeat that again?
The motion of the ocean, you heard her.
No. The 2 options out of the 4.
6 figures and 6 feet.
6 feet. All right. So this man can't be shorter than you.
Yeah, no, there's
Okay.
no way.
All right. All right. Cool.
Because I'm pretty sure I'm 5'4". There's no way you can be shorter than me.
Okay.
So.
All right. Facts.
Well,
Right.
4'11".
So you're okay with the micro penis unless you know
Not my.
unless he has the Shakira hips and he could move it around. Okay.
but if you had a
Can't you show me
micropenis,
on
you
that?
can't feel that. Like,
All right. So next question, and I think this is a nice spicy question that's gonna tackle a few points. And I could see Raj kind of just like moving around, just like he's ready.
I'm still as
I'm very perspicacious. All right, ladies, what do men want?
that's very broad.
Oh,
Mm.
no,
How's that broad?
You don't want a bunch
In
of
terms
shit.
of
You know what? You know what?
Narrow it down.
Alex,
Actually, I wanna answer
that's a
that.
phenomenal question,
That's
and
not a lot of
Christine,
shit.
you're gonna start first. Okay. However, just so that Alex could kind of understand the circumstances, what do men want from a man?
What?
What do men want from men?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh.
What do
I'm
men?
not sure.
What do men want from a woman? I'm sorry. What do men want from a woman? What do men want from a woman?
I feel like a man wants a ride or die, like someone that's going to be there for them, do whatever they want them to do, and just not do their own thing. Just be, you know, a ride or die for them. Like they want to do whatever they want, while they have a woman that's just, you know, I'll do whatever you want, sweetie. Like no, we're not doing that.
Sorry, not over
So,
here, sure.
I just feel like they want someone to be by their side while they do their own thing, and
Correct.
they just do nothing.
I like that.
Like, what is that? Explain to me.
I don't know what
guys.
that is, but I mean, if
I
you
don't
want to explain it to me.
Alex, what about you?
I think it depends on the guy. So I think that men obviously want, depending on the guy and depending on like what they want in a relationship, but they obviously do want a ride or die. They want someone who's independent, but not overly independent, because nobody wants a woman who's like, I can do everything by myself. Like, men want to feel, realistically speaking, men want to feel needed. Like,
Yeah.
they're men, like, they were raised a certain type of way, like, to provide. I hope so.
Alex, I think you're earning brownie points.
She is. She's good at this shit.
Yeah,
So,
go ahead.
I just think it depends on the situation, but overall, men want someone who's independent to a certain extent, a ride or die and someone who's gonna grow with them. Because people grow and sometimes apart, but grow with them. And they want someone who's an individual too. Like they don't want someone who meshes into them and like becomes one person with them. So they want their own, like someone who's their own person as well.
Alessia, what about you?
Shit, Alex really said it all. But I feel like men really want someone that's loyal, that's like really about them. Because like nowadays with social media, I have to say like, I feel like just men either don't know what they want or they want you, but it's like, I don't know, honestly.
There's so many options.
Yeah, there's so many options. That's what's like
For
social
men?
media now.
For men?
For both, though.
For both.
For both.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's-
okay.
I mean,
But like
yeah,
what they
but-
said, men really do want to ride or die, someone that's like there for them. But it's just like
It's all
I don't
instant
know.
gratification now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't even know. At this point, I really don't even know what men want.
Millie from this live said, no way.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. You answer first, and then we'll talk about Millie.
Alright, so for
Name
me,
one.
to what I believe, men want way too much. Men, they do. What we want is honestly what we just talked about. 6 figures, good body.
Wait. We're talking about what do men want?
You say men want 6 figures and 6
No,
feet?
that's what women want.
Oh, okay.
But that's what, you know, we have to pick, whatever. But what men want, what I feel like they want, is they want a woman that's educated, a woman that makes money, right? Because you guys don't want to, you know, have a woman just laying around doing nothing. They want, you know, a clean house. They want a home cooked meal. They want to get, you know, pleasure, but you know, it's just so much that they want. Immediately, what I think, what women want, I could think at the top of my head. There's already 2 men over here, good looking, make 6 figures, good body, whatever, right? It's not so hard to envision, and I bet you if you go into your Instagram, you could name 10 guys off the top of your head. So it's not something out of the ordinary. However, guys, like I said, they want more. They don't want to ride or die, into my opinion, because they do have ride or dies, and what do? Cheat. So I mean, I'm just saying, like what men want is not a loyal woman or ride or die, because they have that. And yet there's options, a lot of options, and yet they still cheat. They still
Alright. So just to land the ship, just give me 3 points, just to clarify, because you kind of went back and forth with men and women, and for the listeners, like I'm a host and I got confused.
Yeah.
So for the listeners out there, 3 things that a man wants from a woman, go.
To have money, as well. To have basically those motherly
Traits.
traits.
Okay.
And what else? Big ass. I don't know. Physical stuff.
Attractive. Okay, cool. That's great.
So,
Michelle, what questions on Instagram? I think you
so
said
there's one that
Mikey or
really
Millie.
ties in right in with y'all, but
Yeah.
before I do that, I want to go into Millie. She answered the same thing. She's a woman on the live. She said, no way, men want emotional support and a woman that allows him to stand on his masculine role of leadership. Men want to be heard and respected and honored, etc.
That's
I like
true.
that.
I like
love
that
that.
answer. Go ahead,
Millie,
girl.
I like that.
Let's
I
go.
Now-
love Millie.
Right, Millie.
You're right, Millie.
Millie, if you and Millie, I know, I love you so much.
Alright,
so the next-
that was great. I'm not gonna reiterate. Basically, she got it correct. There's
Said
this girl on
perfectly, yeah.
IGTV that
Nailed it.
or what is
Nailed
it?
it.
Yeah, she
IG.
did.
Yeah, IG. Yeah.
IG.
I would-
She nailed it. Basically, everything that we wanted. Go ahead, Michelle.
Next up, what does it mean to be a girlfriend and what does it mean to be a wife?
Ooh.
Wow.
And that was from Gabriel. So, shout out Gabriel.
All right, so real quick. Why don't we start with Paola? Go this way. 2 sentences, quick, just so we can go through the podcast. We got a lot of shit to go through. What does it mean to be a wife? What does it mean to be a girlfriend? Go.
A girlfriend would probably be someone who, you know, is there for you. However, a wife is someone there to elevate you, you know, to help you with your success and, you know, everything else that you need to succeed.
Interesting. Okay. Alessia?
I feel like a girlfriend is a bare minimum. When you're a wife, you're really a ride or die. Like, whatever you're going through, I got you. You're down one day, I got, like, literally, you could give me 10% and I got the 90. Like, that's a wife, but I feel like if you're a girlfriend and you love somebody, I feel like girlfriend and wife are like the same thing. It depends how much you really fuck with somebody. Like, cause I feel like if I really fuck with somebody, like girlfriend and wife are the same shit. Like if I fuck with you 1,000, like I'm doing everything. Like I'm cooking for you, I'm taking care of you, I'm there for you when you need me. Like it's just like it's basically the same thing. It really depends on the vibe of the person.
What about you, Alex?
I agree with both Caroline and Latia. I think that when you really like someone as a girlfriend, you kind of just get in a wifey role. So I think sometimes you can't really tell the difference depending on the type of relationship you have, because women really give it their all when it comes to loving someone. So.
Okay, Christina. Question is just for the people that are just tuning in. Basically, what's the difference between a wifey and a girlfriend?
I agree with all the girls, Paula, Lesian, Alex, but I think a girlfriend's just temporary and a wife is long term.
Okay.
I don't know, in a way of sense of you're gonna wife a girl if you can see her being the mother of your kids and, you know, just taking care of you in the long run. But a girlfriend is just like, let me have fun, let me see what the vibe is, and enjoy your time.
Raj, why don't you tackle this? Because this could be a phenomenal question for
Don't be all.
Alright. So now, I feel like personally, not feel like, I think, I know for a fact, if you're a girlfriend to a guy, you have to show him that you're wifey. You have to show him while you're a girlfriend. Not when you become wifey. I don't fucking know that. You could become wifey and become a whole different fucking demon. Right? That's a different story. So you have to show me as a girlfriend, are you worthy of the ring? Are you worthy of my last name? If not, then fuck off, right? It's a different story.
Right,
Once
yeah.
once I have a girlfriend, right? Cool, if I get a girlfriend, it's a different story. The girlfriend is just there for sex. The wife is there, she's gonna have my name, I'm gonna provide for her, protect for her. The girlfriend is there once every 6 months, whatever, you know.
Wait, I have a question.
Something like that.
Do you see your girlfriend as a potential wifey? Like, is that why you make her your girlfriend?
Definitely, yeah. There has to be certain attributes that a girl has to portray in order for me to even consider her as a girlfriend. Before that, she's just a fuckboy.
Okay.
Or somebody that, you know, whatever, situationship as you girls like to call it, right? But yeah, there's definitely, but the thing is, the attributes that make you a girlfriend make you a wife.
Exactly.
And they stack on. And that's why I feel like most girls, they get it wrong, right? If you're a girlfriend to a guy, you have to show him that, okay, yo, I'm gonna be your wife one night. And that's how it's supposed to be.
That's a good answer, Raj. Michelle, any other questions on Instagram?
Yeah, I was trying to assign to you. That's it. That was the last one.
That's it? Alright, perfect, good. Yeah, you know what? I completely agree with Raj. I mean, you hit it right on the head, man.
That was a good question, though.
I mean, yeah, that's a good question.
was-
Matter of fact, I'm gonna fucking write it down for our official podcast.
Right.
God fucking damn it. Yeah.
Shout out to Gabriel.
That's all I mean. Gabriel, you're my boy. Alright. Last and final question. Name me 3 red flags for a man in a woman's perspective. Okay, that's gonna be the game. However, you can't repeat the person's previous answer. Okay? Let me just repeat it again.
I go first.
Name 3
You gotta
red
explain this,
flags for a man in a woman's perspective, and you cannot repeat the same answer. Okay? Christina, you started off many times. Why don't we start off with Alessia?
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, name 3 red flags in a woman, in a man,
And a man.
Okay, one, if you can communicate, that's a red flag. If you can't express your feelings, I don't know if that's like the same thing as communication or what.
No.
Yeah, it's
Agree?
different.
It's
Different?
different.
Okay. So communication, like not able to express your feelings, and I feel like the 3rd red flag is definitely like if a man is yelling at me, like we're just not doing that. That's a whole red flag. Why are you yelling? Why can't we just talk calmly and like express ourselves, communicate? Like once you yell at me, like now you're bringing out the toxic in me, and now my red flag is coming out. Like I don't like to be disrespected, and like I just feel like disrespect is definitely a big red flag. It's like, who are you to disrespect me? And that's all I have to say.
So just to be clear, is communication, yelling at you, and what else?
And and not being able to express your feelings. Like, not that.
That's almost Alright, I'll
Okay,
let it pass.
should I name another one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
You have a lot of red
Communi-
flags.
Communication, what was the other one? I forgot already.
Communication, not yelling at you, and what else?
Not yelling at me, and manipulation.
Manipulation. Alright, yeah, that's pretty good. Alex, what about you?
Okay. I would say the first one is not having any type of ambition, not having any goal for yourself or anything going for yourself really.
So don't be a loser.
Yeah, don't. Like, even if it's the littlest thing that you really want to strive for, have something going for yourself. The second one, I would say would be like lying. Even like about little things, like why are you lying? I think that's
like little white lies.
Like
Right?
little white. What's the point? We're like grown. Why are you lying? At 20 years old, why are you lying?
Right.
I do.
And then the last one I would be is if you say your ex is crazy. Why was she crazy? Like, why do you think
Hold
your
on.
ex was crazy?
Camera battery change.
So back to work?
For the real camera?
Yeah, the real camera.
Alright, so just to be clear, you said lying.
Hold on.
No, just for the live, because we're just reiterating. what
Okay,
you
but
said.
yeah, okay, cool.
So it's lying.
Yeah, whether it's a white lie or a
White
big
lie or
lie,
big
any
lies.
lie.
What else?
The second one was not having anything going for yourself.
Alright, so not a loser.
Sorry.
And the third one?
The third one was.
Yo, we all got small bodies.
I'm holding my pistol.
You can now. You know that you can now go. You can now go because.
Yo, I'm the host. I can't
Oh,
just
the
make these.
third one
beautiful
was
things.
if you like shit talk your ex.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
You know,
okay.
like if you're calling her
It
crazy
depends
or
though.
not, like it just there's two sides to every story. There's actually three sides. The truth, his side, and your side. So
If you respected her, you wouldn't be saying that shit.
Ooh, come on now.
yeah.
But what if she did something dirty too? Then she's done.
That's different.
You have that shit. You're never gonna know the truth.
You're back on.
Shit, like respectfully, you're done.
You're
Sorry,
never-
guys.
you're never gonna know the truth. As a man, you want to put on your best self for the girl you're dating. You want her to think that you're perfect, so you're never gonna know the truth, respectfully.
Yeah. Oh man, that's a good point.
There's
That's a
some
good
tough ones over here.
point. What about you, Christina?
Based on everything, basically. I think my first one's gonna be.
Yo, you had all this time.
No, I literally just had a brain fart. I literally just had a brain fart.
That's a good point, so you get it.
You got this. You bring it right back.
Touch base, a liar, manipulator, you know,
Narcissist.
narcissist.
She's just repeating everything. Goddamn.
Men that say that they want something but they don't pursue it, like
Oh,
we're
that's
pursuing
really
it. Come on.
I don't know, just
Seems like there's no red flags for you, Christina.
no. There
we
definitely
named all
are
of
red
her.
flags.
The thing is, they named the majority of it.
Name majority.
The main-
Okay, let's think of another red flag for the sister.
No, we talk about this all the time.
No, but like
Bro,
men that just say like the
Men that talk shit, okay? Because I don't know.
So like a gossiper.
Like
A
a gossip.
hater, like why are you
Just someone who
hating?
doesn't have respect. Like if you respect me as a person, you're gonna be honest with me, tell me what's good, or you know, like going back to the cheating. If a man respects you, he won't cheat on you. Like he'll literally break up with you before he does all that. Let me not get into this subject. I think a man who's honest with me.
men who don't know what they want.
Yeah, men don't know. What was the question?
You're
So-
red
so
flag
un-
men.
Unexperienced men, basically.
Unexperienced
That's what you're
men. I feel like people, guys that are over 25 and are immature, that don't know what they want. You know, gaslighting stuff that I don't like.
Alright, so that's like 6 now.
There's
Alright, all of a sudden,
Don't make
she's
us
just
feel
like,
like the
yes,
men right now.
goddamn.
Childish,
Raj,
gaslighting.
Raj, what are 3 red flags for a girl in a man's perspective?
Oh God.
Let's educate
Just three?
these young kings.
Just 3. Just 3.
Go ahead.
Young queens.
Alright. I feel like the first one that I really look for is how well known is she in my circle.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
If all my boys know her, or my cousins know her, my brothers know her,
My cousin.
my mom and dad knows her,
No, that's
my
scary.
habibi that makes my sandwich at the deli knows her, like
Oh, you're dating so and so?
Huh? No, I'm not. I'm just saying. That's the first thing I'm
She's
looking
saying
for.
like
No,
your
an
deli
example.
sandwich
Oh,
makes
you're
sense.
dating so and so. Oh, I know her.
Yeah, like I said,
Yeah,
hey, and it could be just, hey, yo, bro, I just went on a date with this girl. This is a picture. Yeah, bro, I talked to her once, like 5 years ago.
Ew.
Nah,
Right. Second.
right. Second one would be how big her followers are on Instagram.
So what's the cap? Wait, what's the cap? Let him speak. What's the cap? What's the cap?
It's not her fault.
What's the
cap? I feel like it's the cap, like around 100, 150,
That's
What?
100,000, 150,000?
150 followers.
Why are you upset?
I'm not upset.
So then why is that a red
Your
flag?
mom literally probably has a
Listen, I'm not
Your
upset.
mom is one of the 150. Your mom is following her, and your sister and your cousins.
Okay, that's
Why are you upset?
Wait, what do you mean?
You're saying it's a red flag if she has mad followers, but like why?
You
Like,
think
what
100 is a
She's
lot?
she's a businesswoman like me. I have my own shit. I have Instagram, a red flag.
My dear, please do not get offended by anything I say.
No, I'm not offended at all. I just want to know.
She wants to ask questions.
Raj is explaining his ideal.
I'm like,
Whatever.
I'm with you, sis. I'm right
Alright, Raj, what's the third? What's the third? What's the
You
third?
guys stated a lot of red flags.
Yeah, they're making
Not
it
once
personal.
was I was
What
right.
if
We're
she's like
talking
a
general.
content creator though? Like,
Yeah,
like,
what if
that's
she's-
her job to post
That's
like
fine.
fashion
That's
clothes.
specifics. That's
Cool.
specifics. That's
And
specifics.
it could be.
Raj, what's the
So
third?
you
What's the
like
third?
low-key.
I like low key girls. That's
What's the
what
third?
I get
You're
that.
right. What's the third?
That's not right. Okay, let's say low key is a little bit too dramatic.
Agree.
Let's say about less than 3,000. Okay, that's fine, right? Because obviously, if you're dating a beautiful girl in this day and age, like she's got followers,
Yeah,
like
it's the
whatever.
simplest one.
But
Like 4,000.
the third thing is how well traveled she is.
How what?
How well traveled she is.
Like how many countries she's
How many
crossed out?
countries she's been to.
Oh shit.
How many cities she's been to.
Oh.
That makes her
How many
toxic.
nice restaurants
The
she's been
more
to.
That's why it's a red flag.
Like,
Why does it make her
No.
toxic? We like to live a
Look at all
life.
these girls, bro. They're getting mad offended right now.
Yo, we're defensive.
No, they're not getting
Bro,
defended.
your
They're just
mindset.
asking questions.
For men that haven't been outside of the country, leave now. And I'm just saying that, and then talk to me when you come back. You're gonna be a different person, and that's not God. Because I could even say that about
Travel
myself and
changes
stuff. I
you.
don't care.
Traveling
Culture
expands
shock.
your horizons, your mind, and the people, and what you see, and what you eat, and everything. So how can that be a red flag? If
All
they're
right.
expanding their horizons and minds and everything.
no one's gonna be
She's
shaking their
You know,
ass.
you know what? You know what, Christina? Let me cross that out before I answer my perspectives.
Perfect.
Okay. 9 times out of 10, the girl is not gonna pay for her own vacation. Someone's gonna fly her out,
I am.
especially in 2023. Especially in 2023, someone's gonna fly her out.
Independent
Someone's gonna fly the girl out and or all her friends out.
We all have jobs.
That's number one.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're
We all
right.
make
You're right. All y'all girls have jobs, and you
Yeah.
guys are adults.
Yeah.
Okay. That does not mean you guys are boss babes. You guys have jobs. You guys are adults.
Right.
Number one. Number two. Just because you guys have jobs, that does not mean you guys are going to be happily wanting to pay for yourselves to
Not
go out.
happily.
Exactly.
Bro, you want to go somewhere. so,
Alex,
like,
you literally
have
just
to.
made my point. If you had a
Not
choice
happily.
of whether paying for yourself or having someone else pay for you, you're gonna have someone else pay for you.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
So real
So in our minds, as a man, if a woman is if she's a citizen of the world, she has fucking passports everywhere. Yo, this girl has gone through some dick, bro. I'm telling you right now.
And
Why couldn't it just be big if she
ladies,
was
the
from
first,
another
the
country?
first thing I want to mention, right, is we're speaking in
So
general.
narrow-minded.
Yeah.
We're speaking on behalf.
We feel
Okay.
attacked. No,
I'm kidding.
And if-
No,
and
no, no.
Hey, and if the shoe fits, it fits, right?
Yeah,
That's
we
perfectly
feel like
fine.
it's personal. It's
Right?
not.
But
So,
it all comes down to personal
the shoe
preference.
doesn't fit.
Exactly. So then you have nothing
Too
to worry
big.
about. mama.
Right. And real quick before we get into the IG Live and then close out, my 3 red flags. Okay, I'm gonna go into detail.
Then
Do it.
put all mics on him.
I'm
Do
gonna,
it.
I'm gonna pause. You know what?
Yeah, this is kind of.
That's what we do. So I'm gonna drop some gems for us guys out there. Okay, us losers out there.
Whoa.
Okay.
Yo, catch
What do
these
you mean,
gems.
us?
No, these losers.
Oh, these
out there.
losers. You gotta say
out
that,
there,
you gotta say that.
Okay. So if you go on this girl's Instagram, this is the first red flag.
Mm.
If you go on a girl's Instagram, whether she is in a situationship like some of these girls have been in, okay, single or in a relationship, if you look at the first 6 pictures on the gram, if you don't see their significant other on the first 6 pictures, that means the first 2 rows, that means it's green light, she's ready to go, whether she is in a relationship, situationship, or single. That's the first red flag. If she has not promoted her significant other in the past few weeks or past few months.
I beg to differ.
First
though.
2 weeks!
Like, post them
No,
on
no, 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 no.
their feed?
Post.
Oh, no, I beg to differ.
Stories are completely different. Yo, listen, that lasts for 24 hours or even 12 hours nowadays in Instagram. Yo, like, listen.
Not a red
Can I
flag.
give
Men
a
never
quick
post
side
one.
note?
Let's
Quick
be
side
real.
note, 2
Listen,
seconds.
we're talking about the red flags for a woman and a man's perspective, not in the other way around.
Alright, can I
You
say something?
guys already had
Ladies,
Two
ladies.
seconds.
Go ahead.
2 seconds. If your 6 posts aren't with your man, it's because you've been through a relationship. It's like, what are we gonna delete the pictures because we broke up? Like now everybody knows that we broke up. Like, why do you have to post your man? Like, you want your relationship to be private.
Privacy.
Everybody,
Yeah.
like when you post your relationship, one, people are fucking envious. People want to literally hit on your
Evil
fucking
eye.
relationship. And yeah, literally evil eye. Like, mal de ojos a thing. I don't care. People
Like,
fucking hate
everyone knows.
regardless.
You know what, Alessia, you have a great point. However,
Yeah.
however, since men are dogs and men are gonna want to slide into the DMs,
Thank
it's a woman's job to promote that she's in a relationship.
Would you post
Bro,
it
if my
now?
first post
Hold
was like, hey,
on.
you're hitting me up regardless. Stop playing.
Alessia, let me speak,
I don't
please.
care. Sorry.
Thank you.
Well, in soccer.
So that's the first red flag. First 2 rows on the gram. You gotta check the gram first. That's a girl's resume nowadays in 2023.
Resume.
That's the resume in a relationship. That's number 1. Number two, if this girl has gone through multiple countries, multiple restaurants, and she is too experienced. If you feel like you have a low-key restaurant that's 5-star, and this girl's like, oh yeah, I've been here before. Yo, that's a red flag right there. Okay? She's too experienced for you. That means she's gone through too many dates. Whether she slept with that man or she only got a free date, a free meal from that man.
You're intimidated.
Yeah.
I'm not intimidated.
It's not intimidating.
I'm not intimidated. You know what it is? Listen, let me explain myself before we close up. Okay? Let me explain myself. Hold on, Raj. Let me lay the smackdown right now. Okay? Alex, I think you even mentioned it earlier that us guys, we want to feel superior, we want to feel powerful.
Yeah,
right?
you want to feel useful.
We want to feel useful,
Mhm.
exactly. So that being said, we want to be the first man on the moon. We want to put our fucking flag on the moon and be like, you know what? I taught you this. I explored this with you. I ended up introducing this country,
But
this
we're
restaurant.
now. It's different. We're not 15.
You're completely right. But exactly, nowadays, the dating market is so saturated that I even said this in the previous podcast where, you know, my girl from fucking Minnesota, 10 years ago, she used to be limited with, you know, the fucking Brad from high school.
Yeah.
Now, in 2023, she has access to all the men in the world in social media.
Right.
Because, just like my boy Raj says, this girl has 10,000 followers, 100,000 followers, 1 million followers.
Okay.
She has so much access to all these guys now. Habibi in Dubai is flying around to Dubai just for dinner.
Bro, but it's the same thing
and
for
wait,
men.
no. But listen. One thing I gotta mention, right? Notice how all 3 ladies here they mentioned the red flags. We didn't have a word to say. We're like, cool.
You could have, though.
But the thing is, why would we? That's your preference, right? But as soon as men have preference, but regardless of that, right? The point that
But
you guys
that's
are
us
making.
though. That's not other.
The
That
point-
other girls can maybe not.
The thing with red flags is, I feel like you can also turn them into green.
Mm-hmm.
You can, right? But the thing is, women, if they notice a red flag, they won't even give you a fucking chance.
That's a
That's not
lie.
true.
Women turn
That's
red
not
into
true.
green, bro.
Right.
Quick.
So-
Exactly, women can
so-
turn red into green, but
Real
the
quick.
guy cannot. The
So
guy
the
cannot.
third
Okay.
flag for me is if she has a high body count.
You asked
What if
body
she lied?
counts?
Of course.
Why does it matter if it's
You
about
guys
what-
add
what-
body
Why
counts?
would you not?
I wouldn't ask your
Why would you
mom.
care?
You wouldn't care.
Ladies, do you want me to explain myself?
No.
Do you guys want me to
You
explain
asked.
How
myself?
would you ever know?
What if she
Experience.
lied?
What are you gonna do?
Because I'm very
A
perspicacious.
background check?
Bitches lie too, like men.
You know what? You're
Bitches be
completely
lying.
right.
That's fine.
Completely right. We're 100%. We're never going to know the
Exactly,
exact
no.
number.
You
However,
just multiply by 2.
however,
Like Drake.
however,
Like Drake.
okay, we have to look at the stats and we have to look at the resume before we end up making an assumption. Because at the end of the day, science is a hypothesis, right? Thank you. So with this hypothesis, it's a lot of factors. First factor is she promiscuous? Does she seek a lot of attention from other men when you take them out? Does she, if she acts like a thought, she dresses like a thought, 9 times out of 10 she is a thought.
What's acting like a thought?
And what's dressing like a thought too?
I literally, okay.
Because you
So-
can dress like one of your
So let me go into detail.
So-
Let me go into detail.
Yeah.
So,
So if you're
yeah,
gonna,
you can
if
dress
you're
like
gonna be,
one of
if
your
you're gonna be
virgins.
promiscuous,
No.
if you're gonna act promiscuous, if you're gonna act flirty, if hypothetically, you know, some of y'all women here, first date and needs to be in a group setting. Okay, if I am bringing you as my girlfriend to a group setting and you are giving my boys too much attention when they're not even seeking it, that's
That's
promiscuous.
weird.
That's
That's weird. That is
promiscuous.
weird. That's weird.
Number one. Number two, okay, physical aspect. If your G-string is sticking out, if you have stars covering your nipples, if you have literally a top where literally it just covers the nipples and you literally show too much assets or cleavage, yo,
That's ratchet and ghetto.
that's a red flag. Okay, so then Alessia, like, you shouldn't even feel fucking some type of way.
I don't feel any type of way because it's a classy Bible on this side, but I'm just saying like bitches really be with their titties out with stars and shit.
Yo,
Like,
that's facts.
I think
That's
that's
crazy.
And that's haram.
And
Haram
nobody
is-
wants to deal with that shit.
That's haram.
But to each your own.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
okay, I think the main question we should ask the ladies is, do you think body count matters? And what's your body count?
Here he goes with the body count.
He's trying to end this.
All right, real quick.
What?
Christina, do you want to comment on that?
No comment.
No comment.
So body count
Alex.
matters.
I feel like no, body count. I feel like it matters.
For a man or for a woman? Real quick.
I feel like it matters for men more than it does for women.
Oh, man, she's smart.
Yeah.
Alex, what about you?
So I agree with her 2 answers.
Okay.
I plead the fifth on my body count because
Okay.
that's my business.
Right,
And
that's
as
your
long as
business. So
I'm
it
being
matters.
safe, no,
Yeah.
as long as I'm being safe and taking care of myself,
Mm.
then it's fine.
So it matters.
And then for men, men usually, not to be stereotypical, they always have high body counts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, let's be real.
Alright.
And men usually are the ones to not take care of themselves.
Mm.
Like, let's be real, you
Damn.
never
What's
know.
up, man? You
Honest.
dating?
So, no, it's...
That's a 10-minute man, apparently. You know what I'm
10 minutes.
saying? Yo, 10-minute man. Alright, Alessia, go ahead, real quick.
So,
Before we close up.
Body count, I plead the fifth, cause fuck you care about that. You know, I'm not even.
Yo, facts.
None of it.
You're
Because it doesn't matter for us guys, right?
Yeah, it doesn't matter, but fuck
A guy's
it.
body count is definitely higher. Not for every man, because you know some men don't got it like that.
Right,
Right.
I know this is
yo,
a
no.
little- I just
If it's not high.
I want to make a little side note, even though this has nothing to do with body count.
Go ahead, Alessia.
I just feel like with Instagram situation, it was like literally the biggest thing in this generation right now.
That's what they said on this chat.
What happened?
Social media ruined relationships.
Bro,
Oh,
It
it
is
is
true.
true.
If none of us had fucking phones, we'd
Technology
all
wouldn't
be
exist.
alone,
Yeah.
writing letters,
100%.
phone calls, like text message wouldn't be a thing, social media wouldn't be a
A
thing.
man with no social media is a green flag.
Yeah,
Like,
you're
green
sexy,
flag.
baby. It's fine.
Yeah.
That's cap.
Anyways,
You know what? Just to tackle on that real quick before we end up closing up. So you would think it's a green flag,
But it's
but
not.
that ends up being more access for us to not get caught.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree
Okay,
100%.
I feel that.
I'm
I
just
agree.
saying.
I'm
Listen,
just
a man
saying.
with no Instagram means he has no status, and you would not find him attractive.
But that's not true.
in-
I
in-
mean, he
Wait,
could
wait, wait,
depend.
wait,
I
wait,
think a
wait,
man
wait,
with
wait,
no
Alessia,
social
wait,
I'm dating a
finish your
man.
point, Alessia,
I don't know.
before-
I dated a
Let me
man
finish
with
my
that.
point. I
Finish
just
your
want to
point.
say
No
that, like,
Instagram.
Where is he
on
from?
Instagram, you have so many
Really?
options. Like, you like bitches pictures, you follow bitches, you DM bitches. But at the end of the day, if you love somebody and like,
Instagram is a dating app.
Okay.
Let's be real.
if you're like trying to pursue someone and you love someone, it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, you're not gonna be like, oh, I love this person, but oh my god, the bitch is on IG or like the guy is on IG. Like,
Yeah.
you're like, you love this person, and IG is like at the end of the day, it's like that shit's fake. Like some people like post like their real shit and that's them, but like some people it's a fucking facade. Like you're not gonna get fucking. I love filters, guys, but we're really cute in real life. Filters ain't shit, but I love filters. They're cute. Anyways, just wanna put that out there. I'm done.
All right. So guys, I want to hear your guys' feedback. How did you like the pod, and would you ever come for a second time? Alessia, why don't you come first, and then we go kind of clockwise. Go ahead.
I love the podcast. I've been about podcasts, trying to make my own podcast, and I would definitely come back for a second.
Was I good? Was I good host?
Yes.
Yeah,
I love
great.
you make the conversation flow. You ask good questions. Like I love that shit. And I like want so many people that I know to come on and talk shit, like just be funny and like laugh. Like it's all about the good vibes and having good conversation. Cause like I personally cannot fucking hang out with people if the vibe is not good. If we're not having conversation, what are we gonna do? Fucking sit in silence? I'm gonna go sit at home and fucking hang out with my dog, bro. Like what the fuck? No.
And the class of Sud helps, right?
Yup, I'm feeling.
All right, go ahead, Alex.
I would definitely come back. I think it's raw, like really, like it's just genuine. Like everyone has an opinion, it's good to listen to it, and I think you were a good host as
I
well.
appreciate it, Alex.
So.
Thank you. Christina, go ahead.
I think you were such a good host. You made us feel very comfortable. I was very shy coming on this podcast. You know, being with different people, it's very hard for me to open up a little bit, but I would definitely do a podcast or come back to this one. You know, it's entertaining, speaking what's on your mind and, you know, getting your opinion out because people, you know, appreciate that, honestly.
Especially if another man speaks a little bit of Serbian.
Yes. Salamala.
Raj, what about you?
Brian, you're a fucking amazing host. This podcast is amazing. Brother, it's not my first time on it, but definitely come back anytime and you make everybody on this podcast feel comfortable. Everybody has a good conversation all the time. Even though it can get a little bit spicy, but nobody's feelings are hurt. Nobody is ratchet enough to fucking start fighting and start disrespecting the host or the guest.
I'm sure we will.
What was it? What'd you say?
You thought I was gonna come at you for a second, right?
No,
definitely
not. No, definitely not.
I'm a Cuban hothead, just ignore me.
It's okay. I can handle my own, right? That's fine.
Period.
But no, it was an amazing podcast, bro. Keep doing your thing. We're gonna be out there one day.
He's whipping out the shots,
I know,
guys.
whipping out the shots, bro. Whipping out the shots.
Yo, everybody needs to be on this podcast. Brian is a fucking vibe. You love him. Get your fucking ass fat with him, sisters. Like, come on.
And you know what the thing is? I feel like you really do bring high quality women on the podcast.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to boost you guys' ego or anything, but
Now we're taking
I'm boosting his ego.
He does.
He does bring high quality women because
Look at him, he's
I just
smiling.
want
He has his shades on, but he's smiling so hard right
Wait,
now.
can we make a little side note, guys? I need everybody to comment back on every live that we're on right now. Tell me he's not the Hispanic Tate. You're kidding me, right?
who's
I know most
Tate?
people have told me that.
Who's Tate?
Andrew Tate, but like a good version. Because
Wait,
Andrew Tate is a little.
We respect
What-
that.
what-
Andrew Tate.
We like Brian better, but Andrew Tate, you already know where he
I
at.
love how you
Red
just
flag.
casually just
Red flag.
you
Red
just
flag.
casually posted
Red
Yeah,
flag.
he's 2006.
Red
What is
flag.
it saying?
So they call me Papi
I
Tate.
can't.
But we like not really Puppy Tate.
Number one,
You're
number
better, you're
and
better.
number
I can't.
two, listen,
He is my
you know,
grandpa.
Tate has his own way to explain things. I'm a huge fan of his, so no knock on him. And I appreciate the compliments, guys. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the acceptance of the second invitation. You guys were phenomenal, and I'm gonna be, again, it's the audience's choice. If you guys want them again, if you guys do, message me on DMs because I end up doing a fan favorite every 2 or 3 weeks.
Period.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
That being said,
See you back in two.
I appreciate the support, guys. Let's toast.
Cheers.
Let's take a shot.
I'm gagging already, guys.
Shout out to everyone watching.
Yeah, you guys are real.
Cheers.
Salud, salud, salud.
Wait.
Guys, that's a cap. I love you all. And have a good night.
Peace. Free Top G.